I must confess, racers of the arcade variety aren't normally my forte. Historically, I prefer the rush of hitting an apex at 100 miles an hour over the sound of tires screeching as a car moves in an orientation other than intended. Though not to say I'm inexperienced in the genre, I've spent many childhood hours driving sideways in Need for Speed, and at the beginning of the 7th console generation, I dabbled with the Ridge Racer series. That said, while comparisons to Kaz Hirai's favourite racing game are inevitable, Inertial Drift is something entirely new. The main thing separating this game from any previous title it could be compared to is its core mechanic. Simple in concept and simpler in execution, the left stick is used to turn the car left and right, while the right stick is used to determine the drift angle of the car, allowing for a tighter turning circle and better control. Of course, if you've ever watched Tokyo Drift, you'll know drifting sideways requires long, curved roads, and on that front, Inertial Drift slides smoothly into success. There are only 5 unique circuits, but each one of them has a number of reversed or altered versions, and the tracks themselves are fantastically built. They each have different backdrops, whether it be tight city streets or a winding mountain road, with varying degrees of difficulty. The circuit design is a fundamental part of what makes the cars so fun to drive. Throwing each car around a corner is a different experience, while still remaining true to that arcadey nature the game is built upon. This is thanks to each vehicle handling with varying degrees of difficulty. The easiest cars on offer, such as the lightweight Koda Gecko, move slowly but turn with ease, while vehicles like the unwieldy Koda Chrono can reach deadly speeds on the straights and require some taming in the corners. There's a wide range for players of any and every experience level, and beyond that, the different handling offers satisfying levels of challenge, adding to the title's longevity. Each car's difficulty could also be attributed to their drivers, who carry far more personality than you might expect. Each one of the 4 main cast has their own unique campaign which, while taking place along the same tracks, offers a different experience every time. For instance, while Ada's campaign is moderate in terms of difficulty, her story arc revolves around her gaining confidence in her own abilities. Viv's campaign, on the other hand, offers what developer Level 91 coins extra crispy difficulty, and focuses on the character struggling with the perils of admiration. The character arcs aren't particularly deep, but they offer enough of an investment to keep you going, in addition to the racing challenges. Admittedly, there's still plenty of fun to be had simply running practice laps over and over again. That said, the numerous challenge types on offer throughout the campaigns and into the other modes are great for variety. Setting a good lap in time trials can be just as tricky as duels, which see you go head to head with other characters to gain an increasing lead ahead of them. The drifting challenges are the one point I find fault in, however. While they're perfectly enjoyable on their own and provide a relaxing change of pace from the usually demanding speed-based offerings, they're perhaps a tad too easy. In one example, on a drifting challenge which required me to get close to walls and hit high-speed drifts to score points, I was required to hit 8,000 points to score gold. I ended up scoring 60,000, all while crashing plenty throughout. That is just one mode in a wealth of them, however. The rest feel perfectly balanced and offer plenty of value for an indie title of this caliber, especially when you dive into the challenges and Grand Prix offerings. These modes allow you to race in any of the cars you encountered throughout your campaign, much to my pleasant surprise, and aim for more gold medals. In challenges, difficulty ranges from easy to borderline unplayable, though even in the most difficult challenges I saw some improvement as the race went on, which is a testament to the game's welcoming learning curve. I did say some improvement, didn't I? The Grand Prix, on the other hand, has players participate in a series of races, aiming to win each of them in succession for added challenge once the other modes have been completed. None of these modes offer much reward other than the thrill of the race and some medals, but the simple act of moving through a corner angled sideways at high speeds is enough to keep even the least experienced racers coming back. I would love to have competed in online modes for more accolades, but unfortunately, multiplayer servers seem to be rather quiet, though I'm sure it would have been terrific fun. This is thanks in no small part to the gorgeous retro-futuristic aesthetic. Everything is rather purple and neon, which is striking and pretty unique for this kind of game. Combined with the predictably arcade-style music, which wouldn't feel out of place in a PlayStation 1 era platformer, Inertial Drift feels light on its wheels, which is fitting, I suppose, for an arcade racer. Though, as much as it sinks into the mold of another generic arcade game, Inertial Drift swerves neatly into a category of its own. If you were ever a fan of titles like Ridge Racer, consider this an indie developer's novel take on the long-abandoned formula. It's not a one-to-one translation of those established mechanics, but the game certainly deserves praise for its innovative dual-stick mechanics, and I see no reason why fans of similar arcade-style racers wouldn't find plenty of enjoyment here. That was just one of many great reviews, essays, and previews on our channel. If you like what you just saw, why not consider subscribing and dropping a like on this video.